What is going on, guys? We are starting out the video back here in the shop. Just got back from a few days out of town. So we're gonna be working on the OG car. I have a lot of really fun stuff. I've kind of gone a little bit overboard on this car, but this car is special to me. It's something I'm gonna keep forever. There's a few of you guys out there that are like, yo, sell me that car. Not happening. One change we got coming up is the 0304 Cobra IRS swap. We are doing that into that car. This car, the whole goal in mind was basically to build a street car. A car with, well, given 93 octane is through the roof, but the goal was 93 octane in mind, get gas anywhere, 650 wheel, street car. That's how I had the most fun with my Terminator Cobra. It can do turns. It's a turn! It can do drag racing. It can do autocross. Everything. That's been the goal. I'm fucking ready! Oh shit! Woo! So, like I said, right there is the 0304 Cobra IRS. I also just went a little overboard. I had a T56 for it. Sold the T56. If you can guess what's coming. It's the best trans pretty much out there on the market. Made a video on it recently, so you can probably guess that. That will be coming very, very soon. And I also have a very cool clutch coming in, which I'm excited to try it out. So IRS swap coming. And today we got to address something. Like I said, the new trans is coming. So this is a temporary upgrade. I have an MGW short throw shifter. My friend Cameron Elliott, he had a T45 MGW laying around. I'll show you that here in a sec. And we're gonna throw it in the car. All right, so we've got a bunch of things going on in the shop. Might be throwing some secrets out there, but yeah, here it is, MGW shifter. Got the gasket. Gonna make this super simple. Install T45 / I think T5 also takes the same shifter. We're gonna slap this in there. Like I said, this is temporary. We're borrowing this. I offered to buy it, but Cameron didn't want to sell it. But he doesn't need it for a little bit. I think we're only gonna end up using this for maybe about 2 weeks. So that is coming up. I guess I can bring this over to the OG car, Turdzilla. Work in progress, waiting for our new sick engine. It's definitely not that. Coming in, we got Coyotes on deck. You guys want a Coyote, Freedom Parts Outlet. We got them, I think we got 3 in stock at the moment. So yeah, and then this is a little secret we've been working on. Boss 302 short block for Brad. Needs a fluff and buff, you know, it's got some surface rust, but Brad's gonna be putting a Boss 302 short block. And if anyone has Boss heads, Boss cams, Boss valve springs, they wanna hook Brad up with, let me know. MGW. Okay, so 2020 GT500 valve cover swap. You can see that vacuum lines, everything is all a mess. Intake manifold, dirty. We had an issue with one of the other intake manifolds. Don't know what's going on with it. We need to smoke test it, but it was throwing it like 67% lean at idle. So we took it off, put this manifold on. This is the one off the Fox. The Fox got another one of the new ones, and you know, the rest is history. So with the Procharged kit, I got this cool JLT catch can thing. It loops around the back, whatever. I honestly am over the catch can thing. It doesn't honestly do anything, especially since I don't have any sort of intake here to use it as a vacuum to pull through. We're gonna run some open catch cans. The key is with any sort of PCV system like this, you do not want to run this hooked up to here, because what that does is it actually blows boost through here, pressurizes your PCV system, causes a lot of issues. Open, which essentially is how it is right now. These are linked together, But yeah, these catch cans, they just don't work for what I want and how clean I want this engine bay to be. You know, obviously I got a lot going on, but I'm gonna try to simplify that today. So shifter, tuning, simplify. That's the goal here today. Okay, so first order of business, we have short throw shifter install. These are pretty easy in these cars, T45, 3650, T56. Same process. Pull your shift knob off. I'm saving my new T56 shift knob for my new trans. Again, you can probably guess what it is, considering I sold a T56, but there's only one other great option. So we take this off and unplug our thingies. Bam. And I guess that works. The traction control button doesn't do anything. I don't even know why it's plugged in anymore. So we're gonna go ahead and pop off the lower shields. I'm gonna go grab, I think they're 8 mils with the ratchet, electric ratchet, and we should be able to pop that off real quick. Looks like we got some, those 10s or 13s? I think they're 10s. So 4 10mm bolts. Gonna go ahead and unbolt this and pull this, I think, Chinese shifter. Oh, you can actually feel the issues that I'm having with it. Oh, maybe it's the stopper there. So basically, I'm having big issues with third. It doesn't guide into third well. So let's go ahead and pull it. Yeah, I think 10s. All right, and these are just held in by RTV. Usually break it loose. Sometimes you need a screwdriver. Go ahead, pull this guy out. Try not to get trans fluid dripped on myself. Again, don't know what brand this thing is. Obviously not stock. Did have the little thingy in the bottom. So now all we need to do is swap the MGW in, bolt it in, and put it back together. Tighten that up. Let's go like that. I think it goes like that. So far, feels good. All right, so we're all back together. I went and grabbed this white shift ball that I had. It seemed to fit the style of this better. This is only a temporary solution until the new trans comes in. So normally I'm used to these kind of doing something different, but I believe I have the orientation right. I have the stick kind of coming back like this at an angle. Looked it up online, so it feels good. So should be able to get the gears better now. And yeah, I guess we'll move on to the next step of OG dialing in today. Carbon fiber though. So like I was saying earlier, PCV system is important on a boosted car like this, something like air-to-air, you know, a turbo, Procharger, Sentry, anything that's putting boost through the throttle body and not generating boost down here like a PD blower. In our case, we're gonna go to Open. Pick these up on Amazon, they're pretty cheap. I'll leave a link down in the description. But we got 2 of these, gonna pop them on there, take the catch cans off. If you guys want some dual catch cans, let me know. They just don't work with what we're doing here, and I really want to simplify this engine bay. All right, so we got a new tune from Rob Shoemaker, Palm Beach Dyno. This is the second revision. First one's just a little bit rich, so hopefully we can get her dialed in with this one. I think it is. this one. And we're just gonna go ahead and write it and go out and data log it.
It's still too rich. It's rich enough where I can beat on it a little bit, but yeah, it's so this tune too rich, next tune too lean, so the third one will probably get it right where it needs to be. Doesn't like RPM.
Yeah.
Pretty sick though, right?
I love it.
So this is still on the slow side. Once it gets dialed in, it'll be even better.
Oh yeah. It pulls though.
Yeah. The trans is so bad, but it's fun.
All right, so breathers are on, vacuum lines adjusted. Cleaned it up a little bit. There's still a little bit more to dial in. Looks like we're gonna need one more revision and then we will be dialed. And I think we're gonna take this to the dyno next week, see what it makes. So, be a lot of fun. All right, Rob got the tune dialed in. Brad got the rest of it dialed in. First boosted Coyote swap. Kind of nervous. It hooks up pretty good. We didn't film those polls we just did for data logging for Rob, but felt pretty good. So want to say something. The shifter was good, but this trans is still not shifting great, so that's why we're granny shifting it.
It does not like to go in at high RPM. You gotta like let off and then ease it in.
That's why we got the Magnum on the way. But other than that, I mean, she pulls, dude.
Oh my god. You can feel the clutch actually chatter right now in the pedal.
Yeah, I mean, it is a stock clutch, so this thing's sick.
I love it. I'm so happy we built this Frankenstein.
It's wild. She's a ripper.
It is. God.
And the cool thing is, you put the AC
We
on,
got AC.
put the windows up, working gauges, and she's a cruiser. I can't wait for the Magnum.
I've never driven a car with the Magnum, so I'm excited to see that.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be awesome.
Anything that shifts better than this right now, I can't imagine this car doing 7,500 RPM, ripping shifts, just balls to the wall. Because
Yeah, right now it's just a tease. Like you're like, okay, that's quick, and then you're waiting 3 seconds for a shift. Yeah, oh, man.
it's like second gear, you're like, yeah!
Yeah, and we're trying not to break the trans, because it's not the trans fault. It's like more horsepower than it's rated for, with a clutch that's not.
By far way more horsepower than what it was.
We knew this was a temporary setup. We just didn't know it was this temporary.
We were hoping it would be a little bit better.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. I mean, to be honest, just being able to drive this car is amazing.
Yeah, and it's driving smooth. I mean, you've touched pretty much everything front end to trans in this car. Oh, and you did the rear end stuff too, the rear suspension.
I did do some of the rear suspension, which I cannot wait. The Magnum with the IRS in this thing is gonna eat corners.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be sick. It sounds wild too. I don't know if the camera's gonna pick it up, but
It does. Just when you go and you let off, just the noise that it makes. The car is amazing. I am so unbelievably fortunate to have had the opportunity to build this car, and just everything that we have done to it to make it what it is, doing the Volvo pump, the GT350 blower setup, doing all the stuff to the Coyote, putting it in, just everything. I am beyond excited for everything that it has become, everything that it is. This car is amazing.
Yep.
To anybody out there.
What are we doing, dude?
Oh man, I forgot.
Put the AC on and cruise. There we go.
Like, just anybody who is on the fence about doing a Coyote swap in their car, 100%, if you can do it, do it. It's extremely easy to do. The power that you get for the money that you spend, it's unfathomable at this point for me to even think about doing a boosted 2-valve when I pick up almost 200 horsepower and I swap in an engine for the same price.
Yeah, well, we have a really cool swap coming for Brad's car. on a Boss 302, real Boss 302 short block.
Thank you, Travis. That is an amazing deal you got me, buddy.
So, Brad's car is going to be ripping too soon. Probably like, I don't know, 450 wheel NA.
Probably somewhere around there.
Yep.
It's going to be as close to a Boss build as I can get to it for a budget build.
Yep. Ripper. Look at this, cruising, dude. We haven't even got an alignment yet, nothing.
It's actually fairly straight.
It's not too far off. It pulls a little bit, especially this road. We know this road
This
pulls.
is a terrible road. It has horrible crowns. It's always pulling this way, pulling that way. This road wants you to die.
Oh, I'm happy with it. AC on, awesome.